Hola, Benvinguts. Hello, welcome to the Lazy Linguist podcast and our first official episode with me, Christina, your teacher, and Alex, the student. Hola, Alex.
Hola.
So, hola and benvinguts are probably the first two words that I said in the podcast, as I also said them in the intro last week. Hola, benvinguts. You can probably guess what they mean, Alex.
Is it hello and maybe welcome?
Yeah, exactly. Hola is hello. It's very similar to Spanish, just a slight change of pronunciation. I won't do too many comparisons with Spanish just because I don't want to confuse poor Alex since he doesn't know Spanish as well. So sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming when I try to compare and teach them both. You know, he just would rather learn Catalan for now.
Yeah, one language at a time, please.
And then benvinguts, as we said, is welcome. This is actually the plural form as it ends with S. Benvingut is for one person, however this would usually be for a male, and we would change this to Benvinguda for a female. There'll be more on that in future episodes. For now, it's just good to know that Catalan, like other Latin languages, is a gendered language, so words would change depending on their gender, and also obviously if it's a singular or a plural word, like we add an S, just like we do in English. So now you've got your first two Catalan words in the bag, it's time to learn some more. This episode is going to teach you how to ask somebody how they are and different ways of answering. Alright, Som-hi!
Hold on a second, what does Som-hi mean?
Right, yeah, sorry, I'm going to throw in some Catalan words here and there, you just have to get used to that. But Som-hi means let's go. Okay, so you're going to hear me probably say that a lot. Let's go, Som-hi! So in our everyday lives, we're very likely to have this basic conversation, asking how someone's doing, whether it be our friends, colleagues, or even someone that we're meeting for the first time. So to say, how are you? We would say, ¿Cómo estás? Now when I teach these new words, I would like you listening to repeat them. So Alex is going to leave a couple of seconds before he repeats the words himself. Okay, so one more time, ¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás?
Great. ¿Cómo estás? Or you could also say, ¿Qué tal?
¿Qué tal?
Okay, it means the same. ¿Cómo estás and ¿Qué tal both mean how are you? Now, to reply, there are several things that you could say, obviously depending on how you're feeling. We're going to start positive and say, Bé.
Bé.
Sí, yes. Now, Alex has already learned some of these in the past, so this is a bit of recall for you. Can you tell me what bé is?
It is good or well.
Yeah, so bé is good, or I suppose we should say well, like I'm doing well. Now, how would you say I'm very well or very good?
Oh, I do know this one. This one is Molt bé.
Yeah, that is one thing you do I practice whenever I ask you how you're doing. Molt bé would be very well, very good. Now to say bad, you would say Malament.
Malament.
Sí, molt bé, perfecta. Perfect. How might you say very bad?
Molt malament.
Sí, so you add the same word, molt, which is very, and say molt malament, just like we say molt bé is very good. Let's put this a little bit into practice. So, if I asked you, Alex, Hola, Alex, ¿cómo estás?
Molt bé.
Good. Now, in a dialogue with someone, what might be the natural next thing that you might say?
And you? And yourself?
Yeah. And in Catalan, that is I tu.
I tu?
Sí, I tu. So I means and, tu means you. I tu. Let's put this all together in a short dialogue. This time you can start, Alex.
Hola, Christina. ¿Cómo estás?
Bé, gracias. ¿Y tú?
Molt bé, gracias.
Ah, now we both added a word there. What was that word?
Gracias.
Sí, which means...
Thank you.
Good. So, gracias is thank you. Let's say it one more time. Gracias.
Gracias.
Molt bé, very good. So we've learned quite a few new words there, and you can now already have a short conversation in Catalan. Let's recap all these words. I'll say the word in English, there will be a pause, see if you listening can say the word in Catalan, and then Alex is going to have a go himself. Okay, so first word. Hello.
Hola.
Good. Hola. Next word. Welcome.
Benvinguts.
Sí, benvinguts. And that would be for plural, yeah, welcome everyone. But I might just say benvingut for one person who's male, benvinguda for female. Okay, benvinguts. How do we say, how are you?
¿Cómo estás?
Sí, yes, ¿cómo estás? There was another one that we learnt. Do you remember that one?
¿Qué tal?
Sí, ¿qué tal? Is also how are you? Now to reply, we talked about a few different things that we could say. So how do we say well or good?
Bé.
Sí, bé. What about very well?
Molt bé.
Molt bé. Sí, molt bé. What about bad?
Malament.
Sí, very good. Malament. And then very bad.
Molt malament.
Molt malament. Perfecta. Perfect. And to say and you?
I tu?
Good. I tu. And then we said thank you as well to be polite. So how do we say thank you?
Gracias.
Sí. Gracias. Molt bé. There you go. We've learnt lots of words there. We are going to end on a couple of new words, and how we end all our episodes, okay, is by saying adeu, which means goodbye. So can you say that? Adeu.
Adeu.
Good. Adeu. Or we could also say fins aviat, which means see you soon.
Fins aviat.
Molt bé. Fins aviat. Right, that is all for today. Moltes gracias. Thank you very much for listening to our first official podcast episode. How was it, Alex?
Molt bé.
Molt bé. We hope you enjoyed it and learned something from it. We would really appreciate any feedback at all. Feel free to get in touch. At the moment, we just have a Facebook group called the Lazy Linguist Podcast. If you look that up, we thought this might be the best place for you to chat to us and get to know any other learners of Catalan. But let us know if you think there's any other social media that we could get involved in. And that is all for now. We'll see you in our next one. Fins aviat.
Adeu.
Adeu.